So, is Microsoft actually changing and improving the Xbox One because of fan feedback? Well, I think that's the case. But before we get to the video, here's the question of the day. Alright, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Alright, so according to this article, which of course I'll be providing the link, Microsoft has gotten a lot of feedback from consumers, the fans basically, and they're actually saying that they're going to change the Xbox One, and this includes, get this, they're not going to have any more game restrictions for used games, right? No more 24-hour online checking in, okay? Region locking is also not going to be in place anymore, and these are some serious, drastic improvements from basically stemming from everybody's complaints about the Xbox One, particularly what everybody has been afraid of in the E3 presentation, and they even released a statement, and it means that an internet connection will not be required to play offline Xbox One games. After a one-time system setup with a new Xbox One, you can play any disc-based game without ever connecting online again. There's no 24-hour connection requirement, and you can take your Xbox One anywhere you want and play your games, just like on the 360. Trading in, lending a game, reselling it as a gift or whatever, and renting the disc-based games, just like you do today. There'll be no limitations to using and sharing games. It works just as it does today on the Xbox 360. In addition to buying a disc from a retailer, you can also download games from Xbox Live on the day of release. If you choose to download your games, you'll be able to play them offline just like you do today. Xbox One games will be playable on any Xbox One console. There will be no regional restrictions. And then they gave a little thank you and a final statement. Not even a thank you, I shouldn't have said that. We appreciate your passion, support, and willingness to challenge the assumptions of digital licensing and connectivity. While we believe that the majority of people will play games online and access the cloud for both games and entertainment, we'll give consumers the choice of both physical and digital content. We've heard loud and clear from your feedback that you want the best of both worlds. Well, how interesting that Microsoft has actually listened to the fan base. Not that it was actually hard or it took this long to actually be convinced for them to do this. Like, people have been complaining about these things, I don't know, since even before E3 began as rumors, right? And then when E3 came out, everybody was obviously against this BS. You know, it was basically just the signs of the nails in that coffin that Microsoft has been creating for itself with the Xbox One. Now, regardless, I'm still more in favor of the Xbox One because of Killer Instinct. Let's face it. That's what I'm looking forward to in the next generation. Just out of pure nostalgia, you know. The game looks like Street Fighter. It doesn't even look unique, okay? Killer Instinct, at least in the 90s, had its own look. That, you know, CGI, computer graphic animated rareware look like Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. It didn't really look like any other games out there. And it just looks separate from the other fighters. But now it just looks like Street Fighter, you know, art design. But even that, I can forgive that. It's still because of nostalgia, because I love the franchise so much. I'd rather just get an Xbox One and get it over with. Even if I have to fucking, like, buy it at a lower used price somewhere on Craigslist or something. I don't know. These are definitely improvements, and we'll definitely just have to wait and see if it actually is applied. I'm sure they will, because it's like, well, you've released a statement already, but now it's like, oh my god, they're actually going to change it because everybody's hating on it, and everybody's made themselves clear about it, and because of the complete irate fans that are just pissed off, the backlash, they're finally caving in. Which they shouldn't have had these policies to begin with. They shouldn't have had all these limitations and restrictions. What the fuck were they thinking in the first place? That's what I want to know. are they so over cocky and confident with their bullshit? They thought that everybody was just gonna play along, like, oh my god, we're Microsoft, everybody bought the 360 anyway, and we're the most successful. It's all gonna sell anyway, so who cares? Let's put it out there with all these little restrictions to control the gamers. It's kind of sad that they have to do this, but I guess I'm glad that they're actually improving it at least. $500 is still a lot of money. If they actually decreased the price to $400, then that would have been something else. Alright, so here's the answer to the question of the day.